Are you still reacting to your feelings? You're reacting to your thoughts, reacting to your circumstances, reacting to the 3D. This is only because you don't understand what the 3D really is. The 3D is just you. However, when you understand that reacting is silly, it's resistance, that's all it is. And it's easy to stop reacting to everything for your peace of mind, for you to feel good. You're going to get what you want no matter what. But you keep thinking, a lot of new clients come to me and they say, oh, but all our thoughts create, all our feelings create. And I'm like, look, stop reacting to your thoughts and your feelings as if they're in charge. They're not in charge. You can relax. You can know that everything is done. And the more that you do practice not reacting and not resisting anything in your 3D, the easier everything just falls on your lap. This video, I'm going to give you a very funny, easy analogy to remember for you to be able to use immediately for you to start reacting to your circumstances, because there's nothing that you have to do for your manifestation. So reacting is just relaxing, knowing that it's done. It's being still and knowing that you are God and that everything you want is already yours. So stick with me. You're going to love this video. Welcome. My name is Rose. Welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you love. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me or joining the Rosey Life Platinum program that it opens again July 15th. I just wrapped up the last one. And I'm going to tell you really quick because a lot of you asked me what it is. So it's 6 months of weekly one-on-one sessions with me and a monthly group call with all the people that are in the program, and then you meet these people at an in-person retreat at the end of the 6 months. It was amazing. It was freaking amazing, this last one that we just did. And why I love this, why this is different than just booking a session here and there, which is fine too, right, is that all the people in here we talk about their business, career changes, what they're manifesting, their relationships, their love life. It's everything. It's not just me having a session and say, oh, this is what you got to do and this is what's in your way, and then bye, I'll never see you again. I get to know these people. You become a part of my life and I become a part of your life. So I really get to know all of my clients very well. And we talk about everything holistically, how everything is impacting each other. It all connects to each other. So it's more of a transformation that's happening in these 6 months. It's not just like, oh, I'll just book a call and it's the same thing. And we can. But when they have this accountability every single week and you have someone, you are learning. Initially, you guys, that's why for everybody it's different. Initially, understanding, you go from that you think that nothing is in your control in your reality to going to, wait, I'm in control of everything and I'm calling all the shots. I'm the one and only creator of my reality. That is like a really big concept at the beginning to really understand and let it sink in. So this is why I created this program, to have someone to go to every single week. And we just don't talk about getting stuff, right, and manifesting. No, this is about you changing your life completely. And every single one of the people that has done my program I've already keep putting up their reviews on the community board and on my website and everywhere, because it is what they all say, life changing, and that you won't get out of one session here and there. It is life changing, everything that we do together. So if you're interested, that begins July 15th. Okay, so let's get over to this video. I wanted to make this video because I've had many new clients that have been coming to me booking sessions that have been working with like other coaches, or they've just been muscling it out saying, no, I don't need coaching. She says, I don't need coaching and I don't need it. Here's what I want to say. You don't need coaching. Okay, you don't need me. You don't need any YouTuber or any coach or any book. You are God. You are the infinite intelligence. You are the one and only source of your reality. The reason why coaching can help people is to help them go from this being this huge life switch of external focus to internal focus. And it's so nice to have someone to talk to about these things. But these clients that have been coming to me, new clients for just one sessions here and there, they've been coming to me saying they've worked with other people, watching other people say that they're terrified of their thoughts. They're terrified of their feelings because they think, oh my God, all my thoughts create. Everything's creating. I'm afraid to think anything. I'm afraid to feel anything. And they're very, very reactive to their own thoughts, very reactive to their own feelings, reactive to circumstances, reactive to the 3D. They're terrified of even reacting. So this is what I wanted to help you all with. One, it doesn't matter if you react to anything in your 3D, but you have to know that, right? You have to know that and accept that. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what I think. I get what I want no matter what. But there's so much information out there scaring, and it almost feels scary, right, to some people that they're afraid of their own thoughts, afraid of their own reactions, afraid of everything. And they're afraid they're not going to get what they want. So then they become terrified of thinking or visualizing or saying things the wrong way. Oh, I can't say that I want him. Wait, I can't focus that. I can't focus on him. I have to focus on me. I can't focus on that. I have to focus. There's so much confusion, and what I want to tell you guys is the truth is simple. The truth is simple. There's no complication here. There's no rules in manifesting. If you feel that you are being limited and you're being told you can't do something, you can't have something, or you should do it this way, you should say it that way, that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't want this, that it's okay, you can do that, that Neville said this, and this person said that, and this person said that. That's not simple. So anytime you feel like it's not simple, you want to question it. Wait, the truth is simple. Why is this feeling complicated? The truth is simple. I'm here for simplicity and fun. When I do my live Q&As, I had a live Q&A in the membership channel this morning, we were laughing so hard, right? We were laughing at all the questions and the answers that were coming out in the live Q&A because it's fun. It's funny when you when you realize what's really going on. So the truth is simple. The other thing is as you're watching content, ask yourself, does this sound limiting? Is this person telling me that I have to do something, and if I don't do it, I'm not going to get what I want? I don't care if they have 5 million success stories saying that this is proven that this way is the way. Good for them. Good for them. They really believe that. It really works for them. And that's cool. That's freaking amazing. But it's still limiting, because anything and anyone that tells you you have to do it this way, you can't do it that way, they've tried it and it didn't work for them and all their people didn't work, that's still limiting. How can you be unlimited yet be bound by rules? Be bound by a certain technique or bound by a certain way of saying things? Let yourself off the hook. Take a step back. Listen to channels or read books that help you feel unlimited. Remember, you're stepping into waking up and knowing that you are the unlimited, that you are source, that you are God. You don't have limits. You don't have rules. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. Do you see? You're moved. Whatever you choose to be or become, Source moves you. You're not moving yourself. Source is moving you towards the things that you want. So you don't have to do anything. Do you see? So let's get into this reacting, because I want you guys to feel free from this in a fun way. Okay? So here is reacting or resisting. Let's look at I did a little Google search on just what RE is, what RE is. It means again. Reacting is again, you're acting again. Resisting, you're pushing again. And so this is what it means. You keep, what are you reacting or resisting? Your thoughts, your memories, your feelings, or any and all circumstances. All of it, okay? But you and only you keep recreating the circumstances in your life that you keep reacting to. You are the one that keeps recreating them. How do you keep recreating them? By reacting to them. So you have a negative thought, you have an anxious feeling, you hear something negative, and then you react to it. And then what do people do? They try to run away. They're like, oh, okay, I'm going to flip those thoughts. I'm going to affirm 3 times on top of I'm going to do 3 positive thoughts on top of that negative one to cancel it out. Or they have to flip a belief, or they got to get to the bottom of the belief of why they keep thinking this. There must be something in the self-concept that's constantly creating this. I got to do something, I got to fix it. All of that is reacting, you guys. Trying to fix yourself from something is reacting. Trying to get to the bottom of it is reacting. You're recreating it again. You keep resisting it. You don't have to. You don't have to fix yourself. Why would you have to fix anything about your self-concept? You don't have to fix yourself. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix. You don't have to fix anything. You know why? Because you get to choose again. You get to choose something else. I get to choose whoever I want to be and whatever I want to experience. I don't have to fix anything. It's so much easier just to go choose something than it is to try to fix something. Leave that version of you alone. Leave that version of you that's insecure or anxious or angry or feel like you're lacking. Leave them alone and go choose a different version of you. That version of you doesn't need to be fixed. Leave it alone. Just walk away from it and choose again. But what happens is you choose again, you choose a different version of yourself, and then the old feelings and old thoughts happen. And what do? You start reacting. I haven't changed. I'm still that person. I'm still having those feelings. I'm still seeing the circumstances different. You're still reacting to everything. And then you wonder why you keep recreating Groundhog's Day. You keep seeing the same things, hearing the same things, and you're just like, you're still reacting to it. Do you see? The less that you react, in other words, reacting is just being still. Be still and know that I am God. That's all it's doing. Be still is stop trying. Stop pushing. Stop trying to control. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to understand what this means, that means, this means, that means. Instead, stop trying. Stop forcing. Stop reacting. Stop resisting your feelings. Stop reacting to them. Stop reacting to what's going on around you. And be still and know that I'm God. Instead of all this reacting, okay, accept everything the way it is. I know that might be difficult for some of you to accept the way things are. In fact, I'm about to wrap up. By tomorrow, it'll be up on my website for sale. But tomorrow, I'm doing another recording. I did 3D of me, and then I'm doing another recording about acceptance of what is, on how to do it, what it feels like, what it looks like. And it's just a recording, no visuals again. You guys are really getting why I don't do the visuals with a lot of these recordings. It's so that you just listen and let it sink in. Listen and let it sink in. And the more you listen to it, the more it sinks in, because you're just like allowing it to happen instead of you trying to be the perfect student and learn everything. You already know everything. You're just letting it sink in. You're remembering. I'm just reminding you. This whole channel, The Rosey Life, is just about reminding you of who you are. That's all it is. Well, I'm not teaching you anything new. You're remembering. And I'm helping you remember with my personal style, with my unique approach. No one teaches the law like I do. I said that before, and I'll keep saying it. No one can do it like I do because it's me. So I teach it my style, my way, not anyone else's. I teach it my way, my style, and from my experience, and from how I see the world. Do you see? From how I see myself as God, as the one and only source of my reality. I know that I'm the only source of my reality, even when I doubt it, even when I have thoughts or feelings or react. I know what to do with them. So there is going to be a new recording coming up, and it's going to be just on accepting what is. Because man, oh man, oh man, when you accept what is, you just let everything be, you are full on in charge. Now, that is what you want to really remember. It's like the 3D is just your reflection, okay? You know you're the source of it all. So now you're just practicing not taking the bait of every feeling, not taking the bait of your thoughts, not taking the bait of what you see or smell or touch or hear. You're not taking the bait of these things anymore. You're slowing down and you're just like, wait, I'm not going to react to this stuff anymore. Now I get it. Accept everything the way it is. Acceptance is knowing that it does not have any impact on what you are or who you're being or who you're declaring yourself to be. That's what acceptance is. You're like, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant because it's already done. It's old. I've already said who I am now. So I can accept what I'm looking at. Do you see the difference? Acceptance is not choosing it. When you accept the way things are in your 3D, you're not saying, I choose this again, I want this again, I want this to keep happening. That's what a lot of you are afraid of. You're afraid that if I accept the way things are, that I'm saying I'm settling and I don't want anything different. That's impossible because you are the one and only creator of your reality. You're the one calling all the shots. Do you see? So it's not choosing it. It is neutralizing it. That's how I like to look at it. You're neutralizing your dramatic reactions. You're going from these dramatic reactions like, oh my God, I'm not going to get what I want, and I'm having a panic attack, or I'm angry, I'm feeling, or I'm crying, and I ruined everything. No, you didn't. That's your dramatic reactions, okay? So you go from that to, wait, this does not mean anything. What I'm looking at, what I'm feeling, it doesn't mean anything. What I'm thinking, the memories, it doesn't mean anything. What I think I've done, it doesn't mean anything unless I make it mean something. And this is practicing not reacting. It doesn't mean anything. Why? I'm gonna just be still and remember I'm God. That's what I'm gonna do. And an analogy that I've given many of my clients is, think of a noodle. I said, be a noodle. Are you cooked or are you uncooked? If you pull a piece of spaghetti out of the bag you buy from the store, it looks like this, like a little number one, right? It's really rigid and it takes nothing to snap it. It's like snap, right? You just snap that little sucker. It's easy. Why? Because it's rigid. But what happens when you cook the noodle? Oh, I erased it with my finger. What happens when you cook the noodle? It's easy. It's easy to manage. It's easy. It goes with the flow, right? You're just kind of like a little noodle, right? You're just going with the flow. You're just going with a reaction, going with the feelings that are coming up, but you're not making them mean anything. When you're rigid, you're like, oh my God, oh shit, I'm seeing something I don't like. Oh no. I don't know what to do. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? And this is where a lot of you are. You guys are like the rigid, uncooked pasta noodle. But if you become the cooked noodle, now it's easy to handle you. I can throw you in a salad. We can make pasta, right? We can do all kinds of stuff with wet noodles. And I kind of look at that as source as like, am I being a wet noodle, a cooked noodle for source, or am I being a rigid noodle for source to move around? Do you see? Which one are you being? Because remember, we're just cooperating with source. Source is the one doing all the work through you. Source is doing all the work through us. We're not doing anything. We are allowing source to move us, to lead us, to guide us to all our wishes fulfilled. But ask yourself, am I being a rigid noodle, an uncooked noodle? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. What am I thinking? Oh my God, I'm crying. Oh my God, this is bad. Or am I be like, you know what? I feel sad right now. I'm just going to go ahead and cry. I'm just going to go let it out. Okay, they're tears, they're human emotions. Big deal. It'll pass. No big deal. Now I'm being the cooked noodle. I'm not resisting my feelings, but I'm not adding stories to them either. I'm not making them mean something dramatic. I'm not saying, oh, well, I've tried that before. Rigid noodle. I've done that before, and rigid noodle. It doesn't matter. I made it up. The time doesn't matter. There's a good reason why everything's happening the way it is for me, because it's all part of the unfolding. Cooked noodle. That's the cooked noodle again. Do you see? Which one are you being? And this includes with all your thoughts, all your feelings, with all the circumstances. You're just like, you know what? I had a reaction, but now I notice that I'm reacting. Now I'm the cooked noodle, because now I notice it, and I know it doesn't mean anything unless I say so. I'm the cooked noodle again. It doesn't matter. This too is good. I don't have to know why. This is good. I don't have to understand it. It's good. It's part of how I get what I want. It has to be, because I said so. Cooked noodle. Why is this happening? It's been this long. I don't understand. Someone give me an answer. This is stupid. Rigid noodle. Rigid, snap. And what happens? We even use this analogy of snapping. You cry, you get anxious, you get mad, you freak out, you get angry. Okay, all of that. But what happens is most people, when they snap, they add all these stories. You see them in the comment. This is lie. This is not true. Manifesting is not real. All of these stories, right? You see it in the comments. You can tell. And I love that you guys are so supportive of each other with the comments and helping each other for ones that I might miss, right? That you can tell by the person's questions that they're freaking out, that they're needy, that they're doubting, that they're still looking at the time. They're saying, it's been so long. There's crickets, no movement. You can see rigid noodle, or you could be in a cooked noodle. You're like, you know what? I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm going to be available to source and let everything move through me. If I'm feeling something, I just know that source too. It's all source. Everything is God. Everything's moving me. Doesn't matter what I feel. That must be God moving the furniture around for me. That's all it is. He's asking me, do I want to keep this or do I want to let it go? This morning in the live Q&A in the membership channel, I said, sometimes I think of when I say I declare something that I want, and something negative will come up, like thoughts or feelings or doubts or whatever. I kind of joke around and I say sometimes I feel like it's sourcing. You know, like how you watch these shows called Hoarder, and then they make these different piles. Like, we keeping this? Are we donating this? Or are we selling this? Or trashing it or whatever, right? And so let's say you ask for something, you're like, I want $1 million, right? And then all these thoughts and fears come up, and it's just source moving the furniture around, saying, are we keeping this? Are we donating this? Or are we trashing this? And instead, people react to those thoughts and feelings instead of saying, oh, wait, no, I'm just being asked if I'm keeping this, if I'm donating this, or if I'm trashing this. Do you see? That's all that's ever happening. It's like source is just moving us around, and then we have a negative reaction or feeling, and then you're just like, oh, that's it. It didn't work. It didn't happen. I put a deadline. It didn't happen. Rigid noodle. Do you see? You're making yourself not easy to work with, and you make it more difficult on yourself. You're still going to get what you want no matter what. It's inevitable, okay, because you are the only creator of your reality, right? But you make it more difficult for yourself when you're acting like a rigid noodle. I hope this analogy was so helpful. I know it's been helpful for a lot of my clients, and I just think it's funny. Because hello, can we have some more fun in this manifesting community instead of yelling and being mean and being overanalyzing everything, right? Just chill. That's why I love be still and chill. Be still and chill and know that you're God. Nothing's wrong. Everything is okay. Everything is perfect. Everything is going according to plan. Everything is on purpose. Everything in your life is supposed to be there. Will you accept it? Will you let it be? Acceptance is not choosing it. Accepting is knowing that I don't have to react to these things. I already made a choice on who I want to be, so I can let these things exist. It doesn't mean that they're part of me. And remember that what you resist persists. Reacting is resisting what is. That's what reacting is. It's the opposite of being still. Being still is you're not a mummy. You're not going, I'm not going to move. For some of you, that might be helpful initially, and that's okay. Being still and chilling is knowing that everything's okay. That despite what you're feeling, despite what's happening, you still get what you want, no matter what. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to work for it. Stop asking, where is it? How come it's not here? When is it going to come? But I've tried that. But I've done this. I've done that too. I've done everything you said on the channel and it didn't work. Rigid noodle. Do you see? You're still looking for why it doesn't work instead of accepting it's all working because I said so. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to The Rosey Life. Thank you for sharing my content with others. I see that in the numbers and I appreciate you guys all so, so much. And thank you members for being a part of the membership channel. I love seeing you guys so much and interacting with you as well. And if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff coming out, again, the recording on acceptance, what is going to be coming out in the next day or two. So keep a lookout. I'll post it in the community tab when it's ready for purchase. Okay? I love you guys and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.